The final question. Bruce Rauner, who is not here, is spending millions of dollars on television ads to frame the race in the following way. He is a political outsider and successful businessman whose success allows him to be independent, while you three are 20-year career politicians who've had your chance and haven't gotten the job done. How do you respond to that characterization, number one? And number two, as three longtime elected officials, how do you distinguish yourselves from one another? Treasurer Ruth.
Well, to start with, I find that the opportunity I had to serve as a citizen legislator, I didn't go as a career legislator, to be an advantage to me as your governor. It gives me the opportunity to understand the process, know the personalities, and realize the dynamics of negotiation, not just from the private sector like I have in my company, being a private sector business guy, but also how you need to negotiate a consensus in government. With regards to Mr. Rauner and his ability to raise the monies, gosh darn it, bless you. But I think when it really gets down to it, the public of Illinois, the Republican primary voter of Illinois is going to be looking for someone that they know. Someone that has not showed up at the state fair for Republican Day the first time because they're running for governor. It's going to be someone that's been able to be, having been in Troy Township or in Shorewood, and campaign for candidates for county board and city office and Congress, state rep and senate. It's going to be someone that's actually spoken at the Lincoln Day dinners for years and years, and not just showing up for the first time because they're running for governor. I think the Republican primary voter is going to be looking for someone who is out there campaigning for candidates and that isn't just looking to go out and buy straw polls. I think the Republican primary voter is going to look at someone who can go through the finish line. Here, this is going to be a big decision we're making for this March 18th. Who's going to be able to go through the finish line with Pat Quinn on that date in November? When you take the public policy poll that came out around Thanksgiving, I'm the only Republican running that actually beats Pat Quinn. I'm the only one running that beats Pat Quinn. Now, I don't have the resources of the gentleman that's not here, but I do have resources in our campaign committee. I don't have any debt. We have brought it in, and I know this is the close, so I've got to do it just like any good business good guy, and especially a good politician. I'm looking you in the eye. I'm asking you please consider to vote for me to be your Republican nominee for governor. I'm the guy that can win this race. And thank you for being out here with us tonight.
Thank you.
Well, in spite of what Bruce Rauner says, I'm proud of my commitment to public service. I spent the last 20 years serving people in the central Illinois area, and I'm also a citizen legislator. Yes, I've been in the private sector and made some money. Didn't make $1 billion, because some of my time went to serving my constituents. But I'm proud of that. But I also think that's the experience that puts me in the best position to serve the people of Illinois. We need someone who's got both business, practical experience, and someone who's got the legislative experience to get the job done. I'm also the only candidate here who's been vetted. I know what it's like to have the Chicago Tribune investigate every business transaction you've been involved in over a 3-month period over the last 20 years of your life. I know what it's like to have the Democratic Governors Association make those same investigations. I'm the only candidate here who's been vetted, and we've seen in this last week what it's like when you've got a candidate who has not been vetted. Whether it be a huge misflap on the minimum wage. I can't tell you how many times I've had to defend that Republicans don't stand for taking $2,000 a year out of the pockets of hardworking Illinois families. Or whether it be a clouding incident that may come up. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what you're going to get with Bill Brady, and so do the voters. I received 1.8 million votes in one of the most highly contested gubernatorial races in this nation as a relatively unknown candidate. I'm the only one who's got the basic support who could start from there and go on to win this election. Frankly, I wouldn't be here if I didn't believe in my heart that I'm the best chance, if not the only chance, we've got of beating Pat Quinn. So I too am here today to ask for your support. Many of you are already volunteering for my campaign, and I thank you. Many of you, if not all of you, already supported me in the last election. I'm asking you to do what you can to make sure we win this week. Money doesn't buy victory. Issues, true conservative values, and the ability to communicate with people buys victory. And that's why we're going to win next November. Thank you, and God bless you.
None of the three of us up here are going to be able to take as much special interest or out-of-state money as Mr. Rauner.